Welcome to March, everyone, and the start of the spring movie season. Starting right out of the gate is Disney with their latest animated feature. With Zootopia, directors Rich Moore and Byron Howard take us to a world kind of like ours, except everyone is an animal. Here's a clip.
Excuse me? Down here? Hi.
Goodness. They really did hire a bunny.
What? I gotta tell you, you are even cuter than I thought you'd be.
You probably didn't know, but a bunny can call another bunny cute, but when other animals do it, it's a little...
I am so sorry. Me, Benjamin Clawhauser. The guy everyone thinks is just a flabby donut-loving cop stereotyping you.
Zootopia is hardly the first animated film with an entire cast of anthropomorphic animals. But what it does with the concept is very creative. First and foremost, it's a mystery, and it's quite an involving one. Even though there were points where I was slightly ahead of the main characters, Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde, in figuring things out, I was still curious about where it would go. That there are actual stakes and they keep getting raised also works to the film's advantage. There is not a single superfluous scene, as each piece of the mystery plays a pivotal role in the story. The script is also very funny. We've all seen the part in the marketing with the slops working at the DMV, and it's still hilarious in context. And they even managed to make a Godfather reference fresh. I didn't even think that was possible anymore. The animation is particularly on point. Whoever animated Judy Hopps did an excellent job at capturing the right nuances. There are little things she does with her nose and feet that add so much to the character. I also was impressed with the world the Disney team crafted, with all the different districts the animals live in being distinct and creative. However, most interesting of all is the subtext, as Zootopia touches on themes of prejudice and stereotyping in clever ways, making it rather fitting for today's times and some of the news stories that frequently pop up. Even Judy herself is a flawed protagonist, as she also unintentionally commits species profiling and stereotyping. It adds another dimension to this latest film from the very talented artists of Walt Disney Animation, and Zootopia deserves to sit alongside their other great animated works the studio has produced over the years. Next up is the latest patriotic action film, London Has Fallen, with Jared Butler as a Secret Service agent trying to keep President Aaron Eckhart safe.
Thought you might take my call. You'll understand if I made it difficult to track.
You have me at somewhat of a loss. I thought you would have learned a lesson by now about crawling out of your hole.
Never lifted a finger against you.
You armed those who have.
I sold triggers, Mr. Trumbo, just like you.
What do you want?
You're president. You can end this right now. Just hand him over.
London Has Fallen is just kind of your standard shoot-'em-up action movie. The action scenes are competently directed, yet also rather generic, nothing really that special. Jared Butler shoots and punches his way through the villains without breaking much of a sweat, and so I find it hard to really care about what's going on, since there's no suspense. It also does not help that the antagonists are one-dimensional terrorists that have been done a million times before, and some of the things they do are extremely unbelievable. This film doesn't seem to have a high opinion of Scotland Yard, since this movie portrays it being very easy to infiltrate. In the beginning, it appears like we'll be treated to an action movie with the world leaders being the central figures, but then they're killed early on. There's nothing wrong with having a patriotic and pro-American message, but this movie goes very heavy on it. There's also a very pro-drone message. That's something you'll either like or dislike depending on your political beliefs. To its credit, it is short and zips along at a quick pace, but this just comes off as a lesser Die Hard influence. That's it for this week. Now see you next time.